You can't say anything. It just has to be like, Nerdzies, you ready?
Ready.
Del Precious, you ready?
I'm ready this time. I'm ready.
All right, let's get it.
I'm ready this time.
In a world where mental health doesn't work for the people of color, this is the vent. I am your host, Jay Hunterville.
Woo.
We have the Nerdz here.
Hey.
We have Del Pesh here.
We got a lot of cameras, so I'll be looking. If you see my eyes just dart off,
Shifting.
don't be alarmed.
Yes.
We have multiple things
Yes.
going on.
Yes.
Okay.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good night.
Good night.
And I forgot. Geez, I have to like look at.
Different cameras. Currently, people are probably watching Power at the moment.
That's okay.
But it's okay. I have Crave, so I can watch it whenever I feel like. I could watch it this morning if I wanted to.
No shots. No shots.
How's the
It's like, because he's like, I have crave, so I can watch it whenever I want to. No shots. No shots.
Oh, okay. I didn't throw any shots, but I'm just,
For the people who...
Crave,
to.
you can always swing on like a 1-2 advertisement my way. I didn't have to say where I can watch my shows.
I was gonna say, okay, how's the Crave app? Like as an app? 'Cause I heard
Oh no,
those little...
it's a pretty good. It's not. It's better. It's
Then-
not as bad because it was, for me. I got Crave when Game of Thrones the last season of Game of Thrones came out, and the simple fact that I can watch it at the same time live, HBO live. What they're watching is what I'm watching.
You don't...
Because they have.
Because Canada gets a license rule where like, oh, we don't have the license, so you can't...
Yeah. Watch it
Yeah,
at the
but for
same
some
time.
reason they got the license, so it's kind of like they have HBO. Like on the app, it has like all their HBO Showtime star shows.
Yeah.
And you can pick and choose from there and go from there. But it also has the on air. So whatever is showing on HBO
Right.
is going to be showing on your app.
Right.
So when Game of Thrones came on, I was in Alberta. Everybody, you guys are watching at like 9 o'clock. It's a different time zone over there. So I was watching at like 6.
Okay, yeah.
So right after work, I'm there just, just screaming, yeah, Jon Snow, all them good stuff. But at least Jon Snow didn't have to kneel. Speaking of kneeling,
Don't kill me.
not necessarily speaking about kneeling.
Well, yeah.
seen-
Because,
I've seen- yeah.
he no longer can afford to kneel.
No, he has money.
This is true, but he can't afford it in the sense that he's no longer in a position to kneel.
We don't know that yet. Until
He has to move past kneeling.
he got paid to move past kneeling. But at the same time,
That's true, he got paid.
Yes.
I want to see what happens because, paying Kaepernick doesn't stop
Right.
police injustice.
Police and justice, yeah.
Right.
And I also believe that there's a reason why it's like that contract or whatever settlement, he can't talk about it. There has to be something there. So it all depends on his actions in the NFL, in the NFL. But we're going to talk about Jay-Z and Rock Nation. Rock Nation. Oh, yeah, Rock Nation, same thing. Jay-Z, Rock Nation.
Yes.
Collaborating or working with the NFL in regards to the halftime show.
Yeah.
I guess finding their artists and stuff. So
Now, keep in mind, too, he's been doing this since 2013, apparently. So it's not just...
that he's been working for them.
he's been working for. Are you sure?
Yeah, 2013.
So why is it such a big thing now?
So now it's because...
Because of what's going on.
That's one, yeah.
And being that he is like the biggest mogul, person of color, how can you sit aside and just watch this happen?
So is it one of those things like, hey, wait,
So-
wait, it's not, we don't.
Something else.
So they're kind of like, hey, wait, guys, don't we don't fire our black people. Like we work with black people. Look, Jay-Z. I have black friends.
You know, the tokenism, not
That's
tokenism.
hilarious.
But here's my thing.
Equality.
My question is, like, how do you feel about Jay-Z and like just how everything was going? Like Jay-Z's whole
Now, how he-
like addressing it, Jay-Z like being a part of it. Like, do you guys see an issue of it?
Him being a part of the
NFL?
I don't think that there's an issue, but I just kind of feel like his role is not well understood.
So far, yeah.
Yes. So I think that's really what it is. And people are quick to assume because he is in the position that he's in, it's that it should be so easy. But people forget that a lot of these things have a lot of bureaucracy. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
For some people who don't know what bureaucracy is just basically like how operations or things move within an institution or a play. There's a procedural way of doing things, essentially. So sometimes some things tend to take a lot longer than others, right? So him coming in there, yeah, because from what I got from the videos, he was just basically saying, okay, you guys put the awareness out there, and now we're at the point of
What's
this,
next?
yeah, what do we do?
Yeah.
And that's a very hard question.
What's the action?
Yeah, how do you go from what you regularly do to change to something completely different? And how do we guarantee that's going to be beneficial for everybody?
Well,
That's where it is.
Do you think he'll be like a Trojan horse and he'll catch the flack now and then he'll try to flip on the NFL?
Jay-Z?
Yeah.
well, he knows how to finesse.
I don't
He
think so.
finessed Samsung big money for the Magna Carta Holy Grail album.
Let's see.
That's alleged.
Maybe.
Allegedly.
But we have to
Alleged
think-
report. Alleged. All things of the podcast is all alleged.
But I feel like this is where it gets a little beyond just us, because we have to remember that these guys have a hand in making more money bigger than us move because of what they're tied into, right? Like, these guys are moving the stock market, so it's not just as easy as we think it is.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say this about Jay-Z. I can say that he has done stuff under the cover type thing, like bailed out protesters and put money to bail out people, stuff like that. He's done that stuff in the community based off what I've was told or heard. So I feel like I'm not gonna, as much as like, everybody was a bit upset or felt a way. It's like, you're working for the people that are oppressing us.
Yeah. Or shutting out Kaepernick.
I can't jump the gun yet. You just got to see how things work out. Like, I don't know how to make an assumption. Like the internet is wild, because at one point it said, oh, they were going to give Jermaine Dupri that deal first.
Ooh.
And
What
then
was the
Jay-Z
deal?
talked him out of it for going...
Like, so basically
Doing
ownership of an NFL team.
No, not
ownership.
was it the ownership, or I think it was still the music deal, the halftime show.
Oh, so he
It
was
was
giving...
still some. I think it was a rumor,
Yeah.
and the internet, they'll say like, oh, Jermaine,
So
they
what
were gonna give
exactly
Jermaine Dupri.
was the contract? Sorry.
I don't know. I guess he's taking control of the halftime show, allegedly.
Jermaine Dupri was offered
Well,
by the NFL.
he was
is what
offered
you're
that, and then I guess Jay-Z talked about it, and then Jay-Z took it. That's what's being said. Jermaine Dupri obviously said, no, that's not true. But even so, I think that's a lie. Off rip. You're telling me you're going to have Jermaine Dupri run the halftime show? Who you going to bring out? Jagged Edge, The Brat, Lil Bow Wow?
Ooh, wait. Pause. Why was that your first go-to, though?
Because that's So Def.
Okay.
Jermaine Dupri?
Okay, but why are we assuming that Jermaine Dupri can't level up?
I'm not saying he can't level up, but based off like the people that I know were Jermaine Dupri, oh yeah, Usher was at one point.
Exactly.
But he already did it. He was already a part of it already.
But
And Escape.
Hey, where the party at?
I swear he has a lot new
Like new artists?
artists. Yeah.
Nah,
Jermaine
his,
Dupri?
his era was kind of, that stopped.
That who he's responsible for?
Like new right now?
What
Yes,
is it?
new right now.
Nah,
I swear Jermaine Dupri was just saying that, oh, they call it like how hip hop has been changed and women are like glorifying their freakness or like thought.
Oh, he got flack for that too, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what
Like they call it like
stallions are.
strip hop or something.
Strip hop, interesting.
Or like I don't know if it was strip hop, but something like that, to say that like women are all talking about like things that Megan Thee Stallions were talking
It's
about.
a hot girl summer. You gotta let them like be free.
Yo, y'all are
you know?
killing me.
Why am I getting called off? Like, yeah, I'm just saying what is being said. Like,
JD has the Brat, Crisscross. One of them died though, so that can't happen again. Rest in stars. Then you got Escape. You got Jagged Edge. You had Usher, Mariah Carey,
Janet Jackson.
He has some pretty big banger people, man.
Wow,
He has a good list.
Can they run a halftime show though?
Can they run?
With Janet, but going off that.
Okay,
roster,
so
yeah.
I'm trying to read some of his update ones, right? So Bow Wow, Crisscross is what you said.
Yeah.
Jaquan, Jagged Edge.
Yo, Tipsy on the halftime show.
No, it's not ever gonna happen.
Miss Mulatto.
Huh?
Have you heard of Miss Mulatto? She's
No.
a new one. Street Bud, also a new one.
Yeah.
Escape, Bobby Nunn, The Brat, Anthony Hamilton.
Oh, Anthony Hamilton for the Super Bowl? No, guys. No.
Don't kill me. Them Franchise Boys.
Oh, Leroy Rocket will knock at the Super Bowl.
Mace,
Mason at one point. Interesting.
Bone Crusher.
Oh, imagine that at Super Club. Attention!
Probably you're right.
Brian Michael Cox, Dondria.
She's a rapper. She can
Dondria's
spit.
she's a singer.
Oh, the YouTube viral singer. Yes, I know.
Yes.
You're the one for me.
Exactly.
You're the
Omarion, Natasha Scott,
one. I tried.
Jules Santana.
Not wait. Jewel Santana.
Jewels, the same person.
Yes.
Wait. Stop. Is it Jewel Santana or
Jewels.
Santana?
Jewels
I call him
Santana.
Jules Santana.
It's
He
Jewels.
had,
Okay.
he had Santana at one point?
Yeah, he has Santana. He's
Santana.
a so deaf artist. Daz Dillinger,
Okay.
Tamika Scott, Ghost Town DJs,
That's interesting.
Jim Jones.
Okay, that's old school. You're going older now. You're going like,
Janata.
you went up and then you're going down.
You know
But
Rocco?
Huh?
Who's Rocco?
You do
Oh,
you,
Rocco.
I'ma do me. Hey, I'ma do me. I got one track.
Rocco's Atlanta dude who ran with Future at one point. They had a falling out though.
True.
Yeah.
Miss Mulatto, I know she's new.
But yeah, Jermaine Dupri, it would be okay. I don't know about all that.
Future at the halftime
I don't
show?
know about that. But that maybe was not the case. I think it was probably something else. But obviously, it's the internet, so they could say anything and people, if it's loud enough, people will believe it.
Right.
Because I would say, honestly, Jay-Z, if it was Rock Nation, it would be pretty good of a halftime show. You have J. Cole.
Under Rock Nation?
Yeah, J. Cole's under Rock Nation.
Tiana Taylor, I guess.
I think so, Tiana Taylor. St. John, he's bubbling up. St. John?
Who that?
Y'all know who
So,
St.
okay.
John is?
Let's see.
Never-
Ready for the list, guys? Woo!
You already Googled for Rock
Woo!
Nation?
It's a lot. Okay.
For Rock Nation?
Rock Nation. So Jay-Z, Rihanna, Meek Mill, J. Cole, J. Park, DJ Khaled,
Okay.
Lil Uzi Vert, Big Sean, Rita Ora,
Rock Nation. Wow. Okay.
T.I., Rhapsody, Yo Gotti,
Rhapsody?
Fabulous, Jaden Smith, Shakira, Wale, Alicia Keys, Calvin Harris. Wow.
Okay, yeah. No, you don't have to go any further.
Vic Mensa, Willow Smith.
You see,
There's a whole lot.
now.
Jim Jones is in 2 lists.
See, now you said
He's
Vic.
with So Def and Rock Nation.
I think not.
Dipset came back, yeah. Even Cameron is with him now.
Timberland is under Rock Nation.
Ooh, okay, never mind. Done the list right there. It's over.
That's pretty.
That's a good route, but now that's the money now.
Justin Sky?
The money. You don't like Justin Sky?
That sounds like a porn name.
Nah,
Stop it.
She's a singer.
Stop
she
it
always
right
has her
now.
hair ring.
Oh.
Always
Stop
has her
it
hair
right
purple.
now. This guy says something like a porn name. I
Beanie
don't-
Signal.
Beanie Siegel.
Siegel.
Sky said they said busy. Busy step out in a yo, imagine
get happy.
step out in a Glock at the Super Bowl.
Ew.
Step out in a
Right.
Glock.
Omarion is also under Rock Nation as well.
What
And
is
So Def.
What is the
Where's
gun?
Jermaine Dupri? I
Wait,
wonder
wait.
if he's on the list
Wait. So you said Social Def's also intertwined.
in Rock Nation. So
Now-
this is why I'm saying.
You know what? Jay-Z and Jermaine Dupri had a track back in the day.
Money in the Thing, yeah.
So what if
I think we're asking for too much, guys.
But what
This is the
if, you
Super
know
Bowl.
how we're
They don't
saying-
know these songs.
we get that, but it's not about. It's bigger than us, right? Like we're trying to look at. We're trying to bring their world and bring it down to us. And understand why they're making these decisions and doing it, and what would be the
Because they're trying to
motivators.
cover their track. They want to make it look diverse.
This is one, but two, yeah, this is like the NFL saying, okay, we need to have more on our diversity committee. Get it? Now we got Jay-Z. Cool.
Just the only one.
Right? But we got Jay-Z. But then what?
What's
Like,
the
what
next
is
step?
Jay-Z's role now?
I think when that's the thing, we can't make an assumption yet. We just have to wait and see what happens.
And
The
who
other-
and whose puppet is he? Is he our puppet?
How do you know he's even a puppet?
Oh.
And is he their puppet? Or is he an agent for us? Or is he an agent
We
for
don't
them?
know anything.
that's
That's the thing. We're going too far now. We gotta wait and
But that's
see.
the whole reason why he's on the stand in the chop block right now.
Like who's
Is he?
side you on?
Yeah, is he for us or is he for them? Is he for the moolah and the change of the economy for their pockets, or is he the change of the economy for our pockets?
Because with the performance thing of Super Bowl, allegedly, Big Boy and Travis were supposed to do it, and he told them don't do it because we're protesting.
Yeah, and then he signs in and
Yeah.
joins the squad.
Joins the squad. It looks kind of.
So there's a comment saying Jay-Z is a capitalist. He's part of the bourgeois squad, man.
Who is it? Who said that?
Bougie.
Who said that?
Woo. Doesn't matter.
Shout out to that person. Whoever that was.
It's Ira.
Hey, shout out to him. But, hey,
But yeah, that's what I would look at it like that. When Charlemagne was bringing up the point, because Charlemagne was the one who questioned that. He's like, "Are you here for us? Or are you here for yourself?"
Directly. And I heard he didn't
Did he
really-
say it like that, or did he?
He didn't say it like that, but he was just kind of like,
What's your what's your motive?
"Well, the protest was made and it was brought to our ears, and we understood, and it's a very hard situation to be in, knowing that you're hearing it from the left field, and you're here in the right field, and you know what the conversation around in the right field is. When the left field's coming out here telling you all this kind of mess, you gotta figure out, what do you do? What's the next step?"
I don't even think people should ask Jay-Z those
Did he
questions.
phrase it like that?
No, I won't.
That was literally how he did it.
No, I think Jay-Z. I don't think people should be asking Jay-Z questions like that. I think they should let him.
Why not?
Just let him do his work.
But okay.
Like we can't,
But-
because anybody could say anything. I think he's better off just keep it quiet and just do what he does.
But why-
It's a gathering, though.
Because I
Why
know
is-
in the gathering, because he was like, "Come on, you know the issue? Do you know the issue? You know the issue?
Yeah.
You know the issue?
But that's what I'm saying.
Hey! You know the issue?
Right.
We all know the issue.
Right.
So now he's talking about change. Did he say what's the solution to change? We don't know.
Okay, so then so then if that's the case, what would you suggest? Being that we are now at this table having this conversation as black people, what would be the first point of order? Now that we got an agenda at the table, what are we going to talk about, black people?
I should put on some good music.
I honestly,
You're sitting across from the NFL. What are you going to tell them?
I'm not Jay-Z.
I know you're not, but what would you do? If you were Jay-Z, what would you do if you had the opportunity to sit across from the NFL who have been doing some cause of injustice towards black people, and you get to sit at the table and talk freely?
I'll tell them, yo, you guys are messing up.
What are we going to do? What's
You
our
guys
first
are
point of
messing up,
order?
and then we try to fix it and get Kaepernick on the team.
But what? So we're going to bring him
But at
back?
the same time, the problem is
Is that your first point of
here's
order?
the problem is for Kaepernick. They can say, yes, Kaepernick could go on any NFL team or supposed to be right? But at the same time, how sure are we to say that? How sure?
What do you mean? Like,
Would you bet on someone that hasn't been playing football for so long?
Where's your plug?
Would you bet on certain people? You know what I mean? Would you take that gamble as someone that owns a team? From a guy, not saying the whole oppression part, just saying the whole part of just, being someone that's beneficial on a team.
yeah.
What do you mean?
For
You're
example,
talking in codes to me. I don't understand.
like, is Kaepernick still a good QB to be playing?
A quarterback.
Yes.
Okay, so you're looking at it for, is he even profitable for the game itself?
The team itself, yeah.
You're not even focusing on the justice part.
Because you know why? He got his settlement. So that part is off the table.
Right,
And the simple fact that he can't talk about it says a lot.
right.
You know what I mean?
Like an NDA.
Okay, so from what I understand, you're not even thinking about the justice part. So we figured out his whole kneeling was to be thinking about what's going on in the streets. And the first point of order you're telling me now is that should we give Cap a job and keep his job or not? Let alone, do we even think he's even worth being on the team anymore?
Or owning.
We're past that.
Yeah.
We're past it. That's not the point. And I think that's the part where Jay-Z's making the emphasis on. Do you know what the issue is? Do you know what the issue is? It's not Cap having his job. It's the kneeling part.
Right.
It doesn't matter if he has a job.
The reason why I think it does, for me, because you got a settlement, right?
Okay.
I just want to see if you come back in the NFL.
Yes.
Police injustice hasn't changed. It's still going on. Mm-hmm. Are you still going to kneel?
Oh,
And
okay,
I think that's fair.
Are you still going to kneel? Because how do I know that you didn't get paid to not kneel? How do I know? Is like, hey, just shut up over there now. Here's the money and shut up.
I get that, but that still doesn't.
Shut up your mouth.
That doesn't change the fact that shit doesn't change. I think that's,
of course.
See, for me, like, as a black person.
Now hold on, before you go.
Yes.
On the YouTube,
YouTube.
Wait, I love you is.
I love you, Simba.
Oh, I love you, Simba.
Okay.
Wow, that's dark.
Can you plug? Yeah. I love you, Simba.
The comment
Yes.
was this
Thank
is
you.
the difficulty. While discussing is key regarding political issues, the importance of platform and who is it on is vital too. Jay-Z has proven to be a capitalist in his mindset, so has his partner, and their conceptualizations do not validate the conversation.
When we talk about Beyonce.
Mm.
Ooh.
But what was the last point?
Oh, what?
Jay-Z has proven to be a capitalist.
So what does that
in
mean?
his markets.
He's just out for self.
Okay.
Out for self.
Out for money.
And
right?
so is his partner.
So is his partner, right? And then now they're having this platform.
Formation. Send that.
Right. So this platform that they have, is it really for getting the money in the pockets of the right people, or is it for themselves?
The way I see it is because we just gotta wait and see. Just because of the simple fact, because this with the NFL, everything is out in the open now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You can't hide that. Formation or wherever things that they're going there in justice, you can't really tell when they started in a way, because it's kind of like they could have been doing it under the table the whole time, and it's like, oh, they don't do anything, and they're like, well, we've been doing it under the table the whole time, or they could be doing something now it's out in the open, and it's like, where were you before?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like,
damned if you do, damned if you don't.
damn if you do, damn if you don't.
So comment was, kneeling was for awareness, and it proved useful to expose those who are happy with the current system and are fine with how people of color are treated.
There's owners saying, yo, if anyone goddamn kneels on this team,
No, but the Miami guy, the Miami one was like, but they don't understand. What they don't understand is Kaepernick, but I think before the whole kneeling thing, he asked like, what was the best thing to do? He asked the army veteran. Yeah. The guy said the best thing to do is to kneel, as respect. But like,
that's a military person saying this.
Right.
Yes.
So, it's just, I understand why it's being done.
Right.
But there's also like when it comes to kneeling, like that whole situation in the NFL is kind of like weird, because it's like some people were kneeling, some people weren't. It's like, whose side are you really on? Then you had guys that were like, oh, Kaepernick is just for attention or whatever. And then that same guy will be stretching, because, he got all that flack and whatever. So it's kind of like, can you really win? Like, what can you really do? But the way I see it, I'm not making any assumption with Jay-Z right now.
Wait, with Cap though, did you hear what his girlfriend right now is doing, Nessa? Because people think she's the brain of
Cap?
Like the brain of Cap. Like, Like basically,
She's the one who's putting the marketing thing together.
it's one, yeah, and she's almost like you mentioned puppet earlier. I think
She's the one that can't be silenced in a way.
no, like
Because you can't see her face.
Kaepernick, how he's moving so far to how he's ended up right now.
He is just the person. He's the face.
He's just the face.
He's not the brain.
But yeah.
Yes. I know
Ness
what you
is the
mean.
brain.
Ness is the brain.
Allegedly, Ness
That's
is
what
the
we're
brain
saying.
of it. Because she jumped on. She was the first one to jump on social media saying, "Oh, Ray, take this," and all, and right.
I don't know much about that part.
I mean, it depends, right? Like how the story or the narrative is being spun, right? Like to me, at this point, where I am, and I guess this is where I'm like, I guess I have to look around and wait for everyone to catch up, because I'm done, and I'm past the kneeling. Now I'm at the table with the board of head of people of NFL, and now I want to pose my stuff. But I got to wait for everybody else to get to that point, get past the kneeling, get past the media, get past Kaepernick getting his job back, and get to the point at hand being, what do we do now to correct the social injustice? That's where I'm at.
I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to start. I would say harsher consequences.
I
but
wouldn't
that's hard
even
to
look
tell.
at harsh anything. Why am I... Okay. What would... Okay, even the other day I was thinking about this.
Yeah.
Wild. Thinking. I was like, we here in Toronto believe in breaking down barriers.
Yeah.
Right? To me, I kind of looked at it like, wow, us breaking out barriers might be another way of just saying we're putting another Band-Aid on the problem and not actually figuring out what the actual issue is.
The root cause.
Yes.
You're sprinkling on the plant.
Correct.
The plant, but you're not really.
Based off what issue though?
No, like any issue.
Any issue.
Yeah. So instead of
I
dealing with
think-
the root, like you're doing temporary fixes.
Right.
Clear tape, bubble gum. You can't. That can only
Right?
go for so long.
If you look at a house,
Yeah.
the house is sweating. The walls and everything is like
That's crazy.
crumbling down.
I don't
That would be a good example, right?
Yeah, that's.
House is sweating, this and that. Why is the house sweating? Well, the material that's being put on and plastered on top of it causes the material to decay because it is a vacuum. It doesn't actually, it's not breathable. The fabric isn't, whatever the case is, the layer of stuff isn't, the paint isn't breathable, this and that. So it causes it to sweat in a heated position. When we look at the foundation, what's the foundation? It's brick laid. Well, that contains heat. That does this, that does that.
Yeah.
But instead of going down and breaking it and tearing it down, remove the brick and then put in an installation that is breathable, that is compatible with heated environments and will reduce sweating, we don't do that. We just,
So you're saying to start from scratch.
You always have
So
to,
you guys are on your Khaleesi break the wheel type
Bruh.
thing. I'm going to break the wheel with the dragons. Like you guys want to mash up everything.
I mean,
sometimes you gotta do that.
I'm just thinking the way I see it is I don't think things need to mash up.
Really?
I think it
Hold
needs
on.
to.
What I think needs to be doing, if we're gonna use the house as a thing, we just need to get out the house and build a new house.
A whole new house
Hold on.
altogether?
Hold on.
okay.
Hold on. Let me explain.
Okay, let me hear this.
Remember what this house was for.
Yes.
But there's no occupancy in this house.
Okay.
We can mash up that house after, but let's make a new house first.
Okay.
So you're
Make
putting
a
the
better
problem
house.
over here and moving it over
No.
And you have
The
an
house is
empty-
the problem,
You
right?
have an empty house.
No,
The
hold
house
on. Hold on.
The house is not the problem.
The foundation is the problem.
No, the foundation is the problem, but it's the fact that we're not willing to remove and replace.
Because your idea is you want to just like.
But now, so
You're leaving it there and then just building a whole
Okay,
new.
if that's the case,
Yeah.
you guys think Jay-Z had the power to say, okay, first point I'm asking, you don't like black people? Get out of here. You're fired. You think he has that power?
Not,
Do I think he has that
not
power?
yet.
To a point.
He could have the influence.
Yes.
The reason why I say build a house, like not leave the,
You don't like to get out.
like, you know what I mean?
Get out.
It's like, it's one of those things that I feel like to build a house, because once you build your house, it's gonna look like it's like I don't know if you guys watch A Bug's Life when they were talking about like the ants, the crickets and the ants, and the whole analogy of like the guy's like, oh,
Nigga, what?
like no, you didn't watch it, like the whole crickets and the ants,
Okay.
and he had the cricket there, and the cricket's like, oh, it's just one ant,
Yeah.
but when they multiply together and they work together and they
Yes.
build something together,
Yes.
you can't stop that.
Correct.
So I feel like that's what has to go there. Like it's like, yeah, that's the one ant there, but you need more than that to build and keep going.
Understood. Totally understood.
No, you don't think so? Am I tripping?
No, I totally understand where you're coming from.
I feel like I'm saying something, but I don't know.
But I think, like-
I'm running off some lack of
Okay.
sleep. Sorry.
If we were going off of the whole like the injustice part, right?
Yeah.
Well, if I had to look backwards and we're saying, okay, we're not saying the people are the problem. Let's remove that idea. Because a lot of them are saying that the people are the problem.
Interesting. Okay.
Right? They're saying that police officers are doing their job, or what the justice system is just simply going according to what the procedures are. But people are not complying to the procedures. So therefore, the people are the problem because they don't understand the policies, or they don't understand what the laws are, or the procedures are. So then the blame is on them. If we're the lawmakers or the creators and whatnot, and then the information is not understood, right? Because we want to seek to understand, then to be understood first.
Yeah.
Then that means that the problem is on us. There's a communication faux pas on our side. We can't get you guys to understand what the procedure is. So then we have to change our language.
So we have to accommodate to them.
That's what they're saying.
That's what Party A is saying.
Yes. They're saying we need to accommodate to them. But we don't know the rules. They know the rules. So how can we accommodate to them when they're the ones who are the rule listers? Prime example the other day, our situation. How do we accommodate to do whatever you need when you can't tell us what it is in order for us to operate in your space? How did you feel in this situation? You couldn't do anything. How can I win in this situation? You can't, because you don't know how to act. You don't know what the rules are.
But at the same time,
What but?
hold on. At the same time, do we need the NFL?
I mean, personally, I haven't watched it in a
Recreation.
while. It's not really a need. Like, need as in, like, hey, I want to see my favorite team play. I want to see my favorite halftime.
So you can live without it.
I've been doing it for a while, yeah.
Do we need it? I will say yes. Unfortunately. In our current world and system, yes, we do need the NFL.
Do we need the NFL or we need just the one day?
Wait, what do you mean by need?
We need it in the sense that it serves how many jobs?
Oh, okay. So jobs.
It houses
camera people,
that many
reporters,
people.
players.
This sport
This gladiator sport.
is
Yeah.
a multifaceted.
Advertising money, Nike.
So you guys are saying it's not possible that we can build our own
Nike,
jobs.
Bose,
I'm not saying no, you
Sennheiser.
can't build your own. But I'm saying you need to change your foundation. And in order for you to change your foundation, you gotta start from the very base. I know it hurts. It's laborious. It's annoying. But that's the whole point of updating, refreshing, recycling. You keep doing and do what works and get rid of what doesn't.
You heard an example where Ice Cube was making his own. He has his own 3-on-3 league. I think he's trying to take it at the next step, and then people came in and went like, "No, we're not giving you resources to do this. We're blocking you basically." And he had a comment about that, right? I probably posted in the description. But taking up your idea that Cube tried to build it somewhere else. He's like, you know what? I'm not gonna deal with NFL. I'm not gonna deal with NBA. I'm just gonna make my own league, right? But then when he got to a certain level and when the advertisement dollars start coming, all of a sudden the same league is like, no. We're gonna block you, right?
The same Big Three league?
Yeah.
Because that's their competition.
We got to fact check.
Yeah,
It was the NBA or the Big Three blocked him.
The Big Three is what he's doing right now.
Yeah, the NBA blocked him.
So his new house is built. The old house is the NBA, which I don't know if he tried to work with them or whatever.
Okay.
Whatever. He built his own house. When he tried to upgrade it to a high rise, the NBA came and went, hold on, no. You can't do that. Then we're not going to give you the reasons.
How long? Okay.
I'm not going to let you talk to that. Bill's a nice guy, but you're not going to talk to them. Because that's the door
But that's
you need
right,
to get
right.
to the next level, right? Allegedly.
But I feel like there's more than one bill,
Obviously.
No, yeah.
so you don't have to go to that bill.
No,
But who else is running and pulling those strings though, and has those shares? Like, okay, prime example, the Walton family. Have you guys heard of them?
Nope.
Refresh me. I've heard the last name before. Walton.
Walton.
Yeah.
WAL.
TON.
Yes. Now remove the TON. What store starts with WAL?
Oh, Walmart.
Wall. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Price Matcher.
But they just went from, I think, 30 billion
Yeah.
to like 100 and some billion dollars.
Wow, that's crazy.
By.
Taking over half the
But the thing
spending
about it,
market,
Walmart was
consumer
Walmart.
market for
But that's the thing. That's a chess. That's the whole chess move of things.
They say when a Walmart hits your town.
But that's a chess. That's a chess move of things. Like, for example, McDonald's is not only big for McDonald's; they're big for real estate. So it's always something else. So
that's what they were.
yes, there could be a but that's what I'm saying. I still feel like there's something
Like
you
just
can.
from the Wu-Tang said, they diversified their bonds. They put their
Exactly,
money in different-
exactly. So I feel like we can do that
See,
with our talent, with the skills we do, with the like. Look at all the things that we've
hyped up like
we've hyped up. Popeye's chicken,
Currently,
all
Popeye,
these
yeah.
different places, giving people free advertisements, free
They
situations,
saved 23 million. Popeyes.
free stuff.
That's a lot.
Like the black people or
They didn't
people
even
of
air
color.
They
Look
didn't
at
air a commercial.
they didn't even try, and legit, it's all of us supporting one thing.
One thing, yeah, one specific item on.
So
the
imagine if we decided to support our own thing, all of us, and said, "You're telling me we can't build that?"
We can, but then again,
No wall. Let me tell you something. When it comes to certain things, there could be a door that Bill has, but Bill can't hold the door when there's so much people
trying to push through it,
through that door.
but you gotta convince all those people.
to push through the door.
You know
Exactly.
what? We don't have to convince
Or
them.
go through the window.
But that's the thing.
Or
We
hop
don't.
the fence.
That's the
Or
thing.
dig up
When
their
you
dick.
have your own people supporting you, like how they're supporting Popeye's chicken,
Yeah.
you don't have to.
You don't have to bend.
You don't have to bend or open a door. They're gonna be like, nah, we have to do something about this before we lose our money. It has to turn that way.
Okay, but how do you get that conversation started?
It's a slow
we're
grind.
starting
It's
it
a
now.
slow grind.
With
It's a
Jay
slow
Z,
grind.
right? Being at the table.
Jay-Z can be at the table, but
But that's what I mean.
for Jay-Z, like I said, I can't say what his plan is. It's hard for me to explain whatever his plan is. You know?
Well, yeah.
I get that it's hard to explain his plan, but do you feel like you're being represented knowing that he is at the table?
Yeah. I think so.
That shouldn't be the answer. It should be hell to the fucking yes. Yes.
Because I don't, but the reason why I'm saying yeah that way, because I don't know what I know why he's there, but like, it's what's next. I
And
need to
think-
see what the
I think
plan
that
is.
is sad. Because here we are talking about, well, we can push our own door, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Here we have somebody who is in a position to push doors, and here we are being skeptical. The same point.
I'm talking in regards of Jay-Z
saying-
doing his own thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Like if it was that type of case, like Jay-Z doing his own thing and then building whatever he did up, like Ice Cube, Big Three. For the NFL, I can't really speak much because he's already there. He's gonna speak his opinion. There's a lot of rules already there, so it's either he breaks the mechanism of what's already going on in there, or he learns to adjust or make some adjustments.
Well, that's the point.
Or does the classic like
That's why.
someone immigrates to the country,
Yes.
they learn how the country operates, and they
Yes.
just go back home.
That's
and then,
like ZZ. ZZ was making that point too. And that's essentially what South America does.
Yeah.
That's why, what is it, Cuba?
let's name them. Yeah.
I think Cuba does exactly that, and that's why they have the best doctors.
Well, it is what it is. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I all the best to Jay-Z and see what happens. I don't know what to say because it's kind of hard for me to.
I guess it's cool, but it's like at the same time, you can see examples of this show. They always have the like you said before, the shut up, you weak. Look at his face. Look at his face. We have a blackie up here. I mean, we've seen this multiple times. Like,
and that's the part where I'm just like kind of sad, because I would hate to know that anytime, if I get to a position where I have,
Got blackie.
if I get to a point where I could have that type of
Where is my water?
power to
I
like
am
help.
indeed parched.
I'm just saying, like, if I could help people in who is systematically or considered oppressed, right? I would hate to know that a good majority of people would not believe me in ensuring that we can change that. I'd be very concerned.
yeah.
Especially if I myself am from that group.
Okay, but do you stop?
Do I stop what?
Do you stop doing what you're doing?
Because you're being doubted.
No, I don't stop. But it's just kind of like,
It's discouraging.
it's discouraging to think that that's not something that is picked up. Like, how come I can't look into somebody of a person who looks like me and is in power and not feel like, no offense, but at one point in time, where how the African people would feel about their person in government?
Oh, like back home, yeah, like home.
Why am I feeling like you're a depot? No. You're out here just getting the transactions done for your own personal thing, and you're not even thinking about the rest of us and getting all of us out of the gutter, which would benefit you more.
But I can't say that.
It's weird they never think about it.
I don't know. I can't say that because I don't know. I can't say that because I don't know what he's doing. I can't say that.
I get it, but that's
for people to make that
concept.
assumption, that's kind of wild. But if they have their reasons for it, if they've done something before to say
Person
that,
said that money becomes a greater divide than racialization.
yeah, it is, and that's the thing. I don't say anything as Jay-Z. Well,
we haven't learned from our history.
I don't know. I haven't seen. Well, I don't know. I don't know when it comes to Jay-Z and it comes to this stuff. I don't know if he did anything to
Beyonce, put me on your board.
shift that whole nonsense. So I don't know. But yeah, let's just.
What? I'm not expecting anyone. No one's feeling this. Yo, we're all like, is anyone expecting anyone? Who's this? Okay, give me a second. Oh, now you're opening doors? What's going on? You must live here. 1 second!
Did you take off the event plant thing off of thing?
I did.
No, what? No, they wouldn't come here though.
Yeah, they would.
What do you mean?
The address is there.
Well, like. What else?
Yeah.
Hey. Oh my god. Yeah.
What happened?
Cancel. Yeah. It's okay. You can come join us actually in the conversation. That is great.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
Yo, what happened, bro?
No, we had to close it, yo. I'm surprised you just popped up.
It's okay. You can sit in the middle with us, or you can sit on the side and just do
I'm gonna sit on the side.
Yeah, we canceled it on Thursday.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was up yet, so.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It
It was a good like.
was on Instagram or whatever, so.
Oh, on Instagram.
Yeah.
Why is that, man?
It's all good. It's all good. We're just talking about Jay-Z at the
It's a
moment.
Jay-Z epidemic. It's kissing teeth. Oh, cheers.
You're kissing teeth already? Like,
Cheers.
like,
All right, my cousins in
cause
Bill.
here's the thing.
Cheers,
But
cheers,
this is what I said. The thing is, I said that I can't make the assumption yet because I don't know what he's done, like for the NFL yet.
The thing is, and people try to mask it like, oh, he may get ownership of a team, whatever.
Yeah.
Or that he's being used in the whole social justice thing. No. People are angry is because the fact the man did not involve Kaepernick. That's the whole thing.
Oh.
That's literally the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like when he said we're past kneeling, you like pushed him to the side, basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what people.
Oh, and that comment.
Everything else is just what the media is saying. Oh, people are having issue with.
Right.
It's like no.
Yeah.
And then they didn't even show the clip where he went into full detail about the social justice thing.
Yeah, when he's
Right.
like, "Oh, do you know that?" Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
so-
Yeah.
No, that whole uproar is literally he did not involve Kaepernick. If he involved Kaepernick in some
Everything would have
form or
been-
fashion, no one would be talking about this.
Right.
Yeah,
And that's all it is.
See, comes back to that.
that makes a whole lot of
Like,
sense.
And it's I think the biggest thing was when he was talking about social justice, and you saw Roger Goodell over there just nodding his head. Everyone was sick because I'm like, how you gonna nod your head about social justice when you helped along blackballing Kaepernick from getting a job here? So
That's
exactly.
See what a little of me being devil's advocate now. Can we hold somebody accountable like that when it's situational? Yes, we know he blackballed him then and there, but maybe he didn't understand his decision and what it was doing. And now he does. Can we hold him now?
People are very like, yeah. The thing was when Kaepernick was doing his kneeling and putting a light on social justice, it had nothing to do with the NFL.
Right.
Right.
What they did to him brought it to light to the NFL. And that's why, like, they're trying their hardest to try and move on from this, but they don't understand. The more you've been trying to push away Cap, the more it's been showing in your face.
Right.
So, honestly, it comes down to, are they going to do anything with Cap? Although they already did a settlement, it seems like the rest of the people are not.
Yeah,
They're
because the reason why for me, like it's like I said, the whole settlement part.
Yes.
It's like he can't speak much about anything.
Right.
That's why he hasn't. You notice how everybody else has been speaking, but you haven't heard Cap. So it's like, at the same time, he can't say anything because he settled. But for everyone else who's looking at this situation, it's just like, JC, you have some explaining to do.
See, and it goes back. Like, here you are being another person of color, and you allowing some person of color to be in a position that they're in, and you had no hand in helping that man out.
The problem is, I don't know, like, for me, it's like, it's gonna be a pickle to think about, because I think about, like, just the quality of the player. Can Cap still play in the NFL?
That's why.
But at the same time,
it went back to it.
Yeah, that's been my issue, is the fact that
because he was already
he's been
subbing off.
blackballing the man.
He was already going downhill. His career's already going downhill at the time.
Yeah. And it was going downhill because of his abilities?
Yeah, he wasn't first string anymore.
Okay.
He was already on the bench per se.
Was
He
he?
was on the bench.
I think.
And then they had some quarterback that was playing for him. He was
Yeah.
absolutely trash.
Yeah.
And then Kaepernick played like a few games where he was actually good. And then the owner did not try to re-sign him again.
So what happens if Cap was actually talking during that time? It wasn't because his ability was bad. It was just because that was when the whole passion was coming out of his mouth.
And that may be it, and then it silenced him. But it's hard to tell now because a year and some change gone by, right?
So that's what I'm saying. Things change, right?
This is a year ago. Wow.
So it's kind of hard to say.
And that can't happen overnight. That had to happen and transpire. It was a thought, then started coming out,
Yeah.
and then it was like and then it started acting out. It took a year.
You don't understand where the owners,
Yes.
and it goes with each of them, the NBA, the baseball league, the owners come together as like their little union, if you want
Correct.
to say.
Yes. Like it's a board.
So,
Yeah.
think about it. If you could actually think about like how the San Francisco owner, what could he have said to those other owners? Like that, like even the whole Carmelo Anthony thing. You know, so it's literally you're hearing a string of guys who've worked with Melo before. They're on different teams, and they're telling all these other personnel is like, yeah, you don't want to be having this guy on your
Too
team.
difficult. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's true. It's like any job, though. But this job happens to be on public display.
Yeah.
But we don't get to see those conversations. But that's exactly what it is. We just see the outcome of what happens of those conversations.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's such a pickle. The way I see it, like for now, for Jay-Z, I just want to see what his plan is.
That's what it comes down
That's
to.
all it
It's
comes down to.
It's like, I think the people are at this point where we're done with the long talking.
Yeah.
If you say what you were actually going to do, we need to see some action.
And that's where I am, too. Where it's like, are we all here at this conversation now? Are we here?
Yeah.
Great. So first point of order
Yeah.
is...
And that's the thing. I don't know if there's a plan, but I hope the plan is there and they sort that out because they're going to do everything to try to break that plan. So
this comment was, they think that Jay-Z will be more amenable because of his capitalist interests. So i.e. playing on their side.
we'll see. We'll see because I guarantee you if it's one of those things
So
that
he'd be the Trojan horse.
if it's one of those things that if people spot onto that, like like it's
mean-
gonna go like this.
I mean,
'Cause I think
if
people-
he's
there are a lot
not in the
more people
interest
woke.
of, well, it would work. That's the thing. I feel like people don't understand. We can live in a capitalist country and still be having everyone benefit. It's the greed part of capitalism that causes no one to be benefiting from it. That's it. Take the greed out, everyone's winning.
It's the love of money though.
Because
The love of money.
That's it.
I don't know. Speaking about the love of, I don't even know if this is love or money. Or the love of money. But like the next topic, it was based off stories that I was told.
Okay.
So it's usually this situation, I've heard it from like marriage, people that are married.
Okay.
But like this is like going into couples as well.
Okay.
So non-married couples.
Right. So
Okay.
in regards of women are saying like, there's a time of intimacy, sex with your husband. Yes, sex with your, whoever. And women are starting to say, you know what, if you want any more of this, because I guess rounds and whatever, if you want any more, you're going to have to start paying.
Oh, so she's a prostituting.
I'm rolling.
No-
I'm rolling.
I mean,
no, man. It's an upkeep and maintenance. That's what it is called.
wait,
A
hold on.
fee.
What?
Maintenance.
Upkeep and maintenance fee.
so this is what I've been hearing. I'm just,
what? I wanna know.
because I just been hearing this more often that like, like if they don't want it, pay for it because it's a cost. Like,
It is a cost. The
and
gynecologist.
and this
Directly or
whole
indirectly.
and then
The
there's this
pill.
whole thing about like men get more than a woman does when it comes to that.
When it comes to sex, or it
Yes.
comes to the request of.
When it comes to sex in general, I guess. Like men
That's
get off and
interesting.
women take long to get off or
That's
something like
inter-
that.
Well, yeah.
In that type of
First
concept.
of all, what was these guys doing?
I'm
I
rolling.
Because that don't
I,
sound
I
right.
don't know, but it's just a simple fact that I'm hearing people getting, like women are like, hey, we're not going any
If
further.
you want to do more, you need to put some money.
Put some money down.
You want all it. Listen here, sir.
What is your guys' take on this? Because
Sounds like these guys weren't doing it right. What?
So what's the difference between doing that and like going to like a massage parlor and just paying under the table?
because that is your wife.
Wife. It's your significant other. So, okay, you and your significant other.
Yeah.
Say, for example, you guys been banging twice a week.
Yeah.
Okay? But then she comes up to you and she's like, honey, this twice a week is not working for me. We need to double it up.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
You're like, whoa, Betsy,
That's
hold on. I got work. I gotta wake up.
Oh man, not a
I
machine.
got things to do. What?
Yeah.
4 times. Then on top of it, say you do. You're like, you know what? Fine. 4 times a week. Nothing.
Yeah.
She starts dropping it on you. And then she's telling you, brace yourself. And you
myself.
brace yourself.
Okay.
After the first hour, you're like, all right, okay, I gotta, whoo, bedtime. Nah, we're doing this. Round 2. Round 2 turns into round 5. You gotta wake up. Now she's asking you to do this continuously.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I mean, I think she's like trying to suck the soul out of me. Like, literally trying to suck the soul out of me.
Okay.
You
I
see,
feel like he was doing like 1 or 2. Because that don't sound right.
and it seems like
No, because I'm just
not
hearing,
into under my mouth.
because I'm thinking,
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way you're
Because-
lasting an hour after that.
because what I'm
But
thinking,
personally, like, how do you feel? You feel kind of like, oh shit, like I'm not doing enough, or I'm not doing something. Like,
Okay, no, it's two ways. It's either you're not doing it properly, or like, okay, wow, you take a while to just like knock
Well,
out.
some of them, I can say it will take them a while.
okay,
It's about how they're kind of, how they're
so
built.
And keep in mind that that's 3 more days you got to do that.
3 more days you got to do that. Are you thinking about that?
I'm
Now,
getting my workout in, so it's all right.
flip it.
I need to
I got a vagina.
Yeah.
We're increasing the days. All right. We're increasing the time. Okay, listen here, man. I got to wake up in the morning. All right. You want all this? All right, cool. We can do all that. But shit, bro. Now I got to hold your weight, because how much do you weigh in comparison to me? Let's put that factor in.
Like a good 30.
Then I got to hold myself and brace myself for these and contort myself for periods of long time for your satisfaction, because it's no longer mine. It's yours. And
The lazy ride.
now when my vagina is worn out, who's going to rejuvenate it?
I mean,
I got to sit down and rejuvenate my own shit?
so money
pay
rejuvenates.
the massage. Well, not the massage. It's
Exactly. When I'm all beaten up and my leg was out here like catch up.
So
whoa, I don't say boss.
But I'm just saying.
wait,
Terminology.
but so money,
Vagina context.
Smoke just coming out.
money, no,
No.
but money,
but beating
money,
up like this.
no.
Imagine that's debris. That's not enough.
I'm rolling. Your body is a temple. Don't share it with people you don't support sex. I'm disappointed that I was not invited as a guest.
Who is this?
Dre.
Dre, come through.
Ah, Dre.
It came off, but yes.
But
But
here's-
yeah.
This is for the sex stuff. You need
bro, you better chill. You better chill. Dre's a married man.
the
Man.
rings. I know.
He's
Oh,
good.
Jordana, look at you.
But here's my thing.
You can
Here's
stop.
here's my thing. Like, you guys are going to hell. You guys are going to hell.
Yeah.
You guys leave Dre alone.
It's so good.
But-
so good.
My take, like, I just want to know, like,
Yes.
when I hear, like, what you just said, like, you need to rejuvenate. So money is the rejuvenation
Yeah. So
of
when I
down there?
yes, so I can go get my
You
massage
don't say.
after all of that back breaking and holding and yoga poses
Back-breaking.
that I
Yoga
had to go
poses.
and do to hold and brisk you.
Brisk.
Okay.
That's a drink,
Yes.
isn't it?
Take the
One.
plunge, like,
So all of that, my backside needs a massage. Yes. Then
so.
the workout.
Wait, so hold on.
Dig out.
So I'm just trying to understand this.
Out.
Let
Dig
me
out.
just try to understand
I need a
this.
wax now because the hair follicles and your no.
So here's my hold on. I got a question now. I'm just breaking down what you're saying. So basically,
Where'd hair come in?
so hold on.
Come on, because some people are talking about when you're doing it for that long. Do you know how much friction burn you're having?
Because of hair?
Bruh, the hair does
No,
it.
okay.
Hair can kind of tangle.
Yeah.
Guys,
Well,
guys,
you're supposed to shave before
guys.
you get
Whoa,
Hold
but this is
on.
what I'm saying. Some women can shave down there, some cannot.
They get the razor bump still.
Yeah, exactly.
And I-
So the maintenance part comes in,
don't-
and if you want to
don't-
have
don't
it
do
2, 3, 4, 5 times,
You
No,
understand?
hold on.
just
Hold
know
on. Hold on, guys.
maintenance.
Hold on. I
Maintenance.
understand maintenance. I understand.
They get a 5 o'clock shadow down or something.
No. I understand.
Like a
I
dark-
understand.
dark spot.
Hold on.
Like shave that can fix it. And then-
I'm trying to just go past this. But I understand maintenance. I understand those type of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, like just get my logical part
All right,
about
all
this.
right, all right.
Right? You're telling me
Yes,
that I should pay you
yes.
to, for it to rejuvenate down there,
Yeah.
which consists of going somewhere else to get a massage from someone else.
But that's wild that you would not reinvest in the own play toy that you have.
Play toy.
I'm
Oh.
using this in context. Use it in context.
Why does it have to be considered a play toy?
It's called
What
maintenance.
happened to
It's called
love?
the maintenance fee.
What happened to love?
It's
Doesn't
called
love
maintenance.
doesn't love just mend
Look
all
how love
things?
does make people rugged
To love,
and
to
dry
hold,
and cruff.
for
Okay.
sickness and in health, rich
Never heard
and
of a
for
cruff
poor.
Put that in the vent dictionary.
Love,
Cruff.
love
Yo,
make
I
you
have it,
rugged.
Yo, when my mom used to call people
Cruff.
cruff, it was just the worst of the roast.
Yo.
It was like it made you feel like when you
You
hear
didn't know what
cruff,
to say
it
after that.
was just like you just waited for the wind to blow off the body like Thanos just snapped like it's like you're cruff and you're just like oh like
I'm just saying, like,
I don't feel so
yo.
good.
real talk like I don't feel so good like what.
Yo, that's what it is. For real. And I really think, you know what it is? That comment just seems to come down to like a lot of guys don't understand the amount of pressure or the lack of sexual liberation that goes on in the community of women in sex.
Okay.
There's not a lot. And then on top of it, like for men can do that. Like men have that ability. If I want to have sex with you 4 times a week, there's really no argument.
Yeah, it's just
And
like,
it's
oh,
more
okay,
like the
that's
woman is
fine.
like, how are you not giving it to him 4 times a week, girl? What? Let's be honest. There's sometimes you don't want somebody touching you that many times in the week, especially for sexual stuff. Listen, my vagina is not up for it today. I'm sorry. It's not up for it tomorrow. It's out all week. You know what?
But paying for it, it's like okay, it's open like Uber Eats.
But it's kind of like
Okay.
Wrong
It's
delivery
not even
service.
just that. It's just everything else, though.
Long-
It's all the other stuff that comes with it. Like I said, if I'm gonna be put up and I have to be bending and hiking my ass up for 30 minutes,
Hike up.
hiking when I don't want to be hiking my butt up, I want to be sleeping in my bed. This is work.
Oh.
What if you get a negotiation where you just lay there and it's just,
Starfish?
no, you just lay there. I said just close your eyes. I'm just gonna go in there a little and then when I'm done.
This reminded of like a shimmy, like, but
No, that looked like a very bad
like, you don't want to make noise in the bed or something.
Like one of those, like you're trying to be quiet and you're like,
Or like, you gotta think, or also thinking like, okay, say your girl comes up to you and she wants to have sex with you again, and you're like, you've busted a nut, you're tired, and now you gotta go pop a pill to keep her happy.
or
How much does that cost you to go and get that pill to keep her happy?
Please, okay, for the record, let me go to camera. Do not get those gas station pills. Stay away from them. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm rolling. I'm rolling.
No.
People go to the gas station for K2.
They
And
do.
that's why they have HIV.
There's certain things you just don't try to get at. Like
no.
you don't get like condoms or anything at.
Now hepatitis got
Like,
into
it's
this,
like
man. No,
you're gonna
I
go
can't
there
see
and
that.
get something called
Right?
Life Stay.
How much is a box of condoms? Now that we say that.
Right,
Now
right.
you gotta add another $12 to your
You
pack
go to a
because you
gas
ran
station,
out.
You see those. What is that condom called again? With life something.
Lifestyles.
Yeah.
Oh
Lifestyle will
my
mash up your
gosh.
lifestyle.
Wow.
It's a complete contradiction.
Rip it.
Lifestyle
That's all it
will
is.
mash up your lifestyle.
But all of that to say, like, that's basically what it comes down to. If you wanted to look at it like that, what these women are basically saying is like, it's now work. It's not an enjoyable mutual feeling where, oh, both of us are like looking at each other and have lust in our eyes and,
Yeah.
you know, we both feel for each other tonight and crave
tired.
it. Nah, like I'm tired, but you are in the act and you're really trying to push on my leg right now and tell me be in mood. And I'm like, no, it's not a mood. Like, please.
What if they say they want to get you? Okay.
So
Let's say
so
shut down
here's
for-
my question.
Hold on. Let's say shut down for a week, right?
Yes.
What if they're like, can I get some trim, some side? If my stuff's not satisfied, can I go into the unknown world?
Outside? Well, then that's between you and your partner at that point.
So but here's the thing, because that is a sense
Because
of
then that would be the other thing. Well, if you're going to go out and pay money to get something from some other girl,
Oh, that's gonna pay.
why the hell are you not paying my ass?
okay,
And
Fair.
da-da-da.
fair.
That's
No,
where it
but you're
goes.
important.
Now,
You're the one, so.
hold on. I got a question though. I got a question then.
Let me stop telling people.
You know, you have the you have the whole thing of,
Yes.
I get it. It's work.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not as intimate anymore because you tore out or
Yes.
whatever.
Yes. Or you're
It's
tired or whatever.
Right?
Yes.
Can I start paying to go to the mall and go to 5-6 stores when you said you're only going to 2? Can I start saying like, hey, I need a rate because I was only obligated to 2 and I'm tired. So now I have to work with these bags and I got to work with the time
So
because you got to understand, one thing we got to understand is when it comes to time, you can never get it back.
This is facts.
So you going through 4 or 5 different stores.
Right.
Now it's shivery.
Okay.
I can't get no money off of that. There's no lucrative.
All right, but you didn't have to put the money down. And at the end of the day, if you walk out the store, is she getting anything? No.
No, but I don't.
But if I don't, but you could go in the car. You can still go in the car, give her the card, and walk
Let me tell
out.
you something.
And I gotta wait
You
an
know,
extra hour?
you
You
do
can go
know
drive, do
if you
whatever
do
hell you
that,
wanna
you
do.
know.
Wait.
But
Hold on.
versus
on the phone.
versus you and the person
Listen
in the
to
room
me.
together.
Holy, she's been there an hour.
No.
Yo,
Okay,
I
but then
go.
look at it like
I
this.
want to go.
Look at it like this.
Man.
Put you in a room now, right?
Don't be
And
toxic people, don't do that.
you in the room now, and then it's like, okay, my girl's sitting in the bed and she keeps rubbing on you.
Okay, and?
Okay, you're not interested. You don't want to be there.
Okay, and?
But she's still pressing on you.
I'm going to tell you this.
Oh my gosh, my guy is
Disgusted. I'm at my side.
side.
I was at my side.
I
But
can't
so
stand you.
basically, he's basically saying if the man is not really interested, something may be wrong. I think that's what he's saying. I'm not saying.
There are guys who get tired.
Whoa, what did you do to me? What
I
the
don't
hell?
know what.
I'm throwing you right
that's
under the
even a
bus.
very
I'm
weird
throwing
concept.
you right under the bus.
That's very weird to me. Like, I find that narrative, like, as if men don't get tired. Men get tired. Men
get
do
tired?
not want to have sex. And I've heard this many times. Like, why do we act like men are on all the time? And I don't like that. That's a misconception, and you're giving that misconception to some wild people, some wild women. They're not all the time. This is why they think people are dogs.
Hold on. In the comments,
They say they wild. No, they're not wild.
They're not wild.
Wait, in the YouTube comments, Ira says it's an upkeep. Let's go with that word. Happened inside the vagina regardless of hair due to friction.
Did you say
Micro-
microtransaction or something?
Micro
Lacerations?
Abrasions.
Oh, Jesus.
Microabrasions.
Invest.
Yeah.
Are you sure you really want to break it down and add a way to all different things like that?
But there's microabrasions in my
Don't be in
patience.
debt though.
But that's your patience.
said-
Are you affected at any point if your patience is run thin? My nigga, I want to strangle the shit out of you right now.
Yes,
Like,
men
I
are
do
not
want to
sensitive.
strangle the shit out of you. You don't even understand that. The ignorance out of that comment was so wild. I want to strangle the shit out of you. If I had to, ooh,
I'm just trying to find some-
I just want
I'm trying to strike a
I
nerve.
wish a girl would just give you some damn
I'm
rub
trying to-
burn on your
I'm
dick.
trying to
That's what
strike
I
a-
feel.
Wait,
Like,
wait,
you
wait,
need it.
wait.
You
Wait
need
a
it
minute.
so you could understand the experience.
Wait.
Yes, that's
Wait
exactly what's gonna happen right
a
now.
minute.
In the comments also
I'ma say this.
Don't whatever word. Toxic ideas of masculinity.
What? I'm just saying.
Because it's so wild to me.
I
How are you gonna
understand-
sit there and you can't picture in your mind if some girl was rubbing on you, then I would just literally say, you do not get enough pussy. Simple. If every time a girl is literally having to wag herself in front of you and you get on and it's just that easy, you don't have enough vagina.
What about people just having a high libido?
It's one thing to have a high libido, but then you and your partner have that conversation.
Right.
But again, I don't think the person who is having the high libido should take it out on the person who doesn't want to have sex. And if you're going to do that, no, you should not. If the
Okay.
person doesn't think, and if that is the thing that person says to you, okay, if you want to have all this sex, listen, there's a price to this now.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably to deter that person from doing that.
That's what before it's like, I'm high. Are you high?
Yeah.
We're high? Okay.
It's like, no, man.
Have
Like, do you not have rub burn? Like,
Hey,
I
hey,
wonder.
Hey, don't look at me. You're making it look like I'm
But
the
it's just
person.
like,
Hey,
it's a
I'm just
general
asking
question.
simple
Like, people who think that, do you not have rub burn? Do you ever experience, like, being tired where you're just like, yo, I'm over it. And it's like, I'm done. I'm not feeling it no more.
No, because I do different things. So.
But here's the thing now.
In the comments, there are toys and hands. Use them.
Don't kill me.
I'm
And then,
saying,
but
like,
then,
I feel
okay,
like you
okay.
people, they're like, what
But then
do you
how about
use?
for the people who don't believe in those things? Like eating out or fingering. What are we going to say to
Let
those
me stop
people?
this Caribbean right now. I want to look at the camera.
Yes, please.
Growing up, there are a lot of dudes that say, we don't service gal, we don't eat gal. There were eating girls in the background. There wasn't no, like, come on.
How did Vive know how to describe a hamburger?
But
Like, no,
the simple fact, catch the joke. The simple fact that this guy was like legit, like in the camera, just saying it. Like that's why I didn't say nothing. I'm just like,
He's like, this is not a service announcement from my side. Nope.
I'm not saying anything
Pause.
because the
Doesn't
reason why I'm
agree.
not saying anything because he's saying something. I'm respecting what he's saying.
Whoa,
But you see? Exactly. Scapegoating. Woo!
I'm scapegoating.
Scapegoating.
This wasn't my part of the topic. I just wanted to figure out like the
Why
whole payments
it's
and
there?
stuff.
You have to learn how to do this.
But that's if the
No.
girl likes that.
That's true.
And this
You
is
should like
and it
that.
goes back to that.
sometimes
Some
you have to do
people
this.
they have no
Sometimes
they're
you
like hands are I can't
basically
trust your
have No
hands.
sex life.
Why?
There's no sex drive or
Like
just
I swear,
experience.
this guy is doing like
Previous experience has made
NPCs
them
and
feel that
like
way.
Like,
this man.
Like,
Can
I'm
you
sorry,
can you
I
stop?
feel like,
Can you stop
that
doing?
sounds like that literally
Can you stop
sounds
doing
like
that?
People who don't experience sex that much
Trust
close to
me.
at all.
Trust me. There are people who think they're bad. Bad, like sick
that's
with
the
it.
worst.
But they
And
talk
they're
it and
trash.
That's
Trash.
You'll never be disappointed with that.
Bruh.
Someone will always say, the guy will say, "Oh, I'm do this. I'll slip it
Bruh.
out." And then
There are a lot more
and all of a
people
sudden
who
you
are
get
not
to
good at
and
it
then
than there are good.
Trash.
Yeah.
Trying to move her. Don't move
Yo.
my leg like this.
And even angles. Don't even know angles. Let alone,
This
mind
way.
you, and I had this conversation with somebody and someone was just like, ugh. But I was like, there are some men who don't understand the curve of their own dick. Or the lack thereof.
How did we get here? How did we get
Because
here?
it comes back to like the whole, some people think their game is so great. And then
Well,
they
then-
can't even, they don't even know the own shape of their own dick, but they're saying their game is great.
But then
Ooh, this is
that-
a random sub. Okay, I see what you did there. You know the sub she's talking about. We'll talk about it after the show. What a wild song. That was a crazy song. Wow.
But like,
I don't know what's going on here.
it goes, but that goes back to what I'm saying. It's like you should be doing different things, honestly.
You would think.
They just figure out what they like and then.
You would think.
Yeah.
And then,
Like I experiment on little things like, okay, what do you like here? You like this? You like that?
Yes.
Like how do you?
Not gonna play the guessing game. Not gonna guess what you know. I'm gonna do that.
see,
I
but
hate guessing.
But who's honest about their level of libido
Exactly.
too? Especially as women. Women do not have the freedom to have sexual, it's just now becoming a conversation.
thing, yeah.
But beforehand, even now, some people are like, Megan Thee Stallion? Ooh, if you were Megan Thee Stallion, you're still kind of looked at, yes, a titty. Like, ooh, you're a little bit on this side of the pole. We're not
I feel like
we're
she
not
would
on,
not be able to handle like
we're not
super
mainstream.
hardcore sex.
Mainstream. We're not doing that.
Well, I think it's just all talk.
Yeah, I don't feel like I really don't feel like she. Like I look at her, I'm like, you can't move.
Ooh, no,
You can't
no,
like-
I don't say that. I don't even question anything.
She's just stiff.
I don't question any. I do not.
She's stiff.
I
Like I can tell. Like I look
Here's-
at you and how you're moving.
But how?
Nope.
But how do you?
I
How
don't
honest is the
question
one?
anything. I leave
That's my
people
thing.
business alone.
How honest is the woman gonna be if she's saying,
leave
"Hey,
her
hun,
alone.
Yeah.
listen here. When we have sex, and then on top of it, also the ego part. How many times have you heard a woman say to you, "Listen, the first time they have sex, whoever it is,
Yeah.
guy busts in like 10 to 15 minutes, because that's the average time, right? Women,
So they say.
it takes about 30 to 45 minutes for a woman to orgasm.
Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, what if she turned around and she was like, listen here, so I get it, regularly you would come around like 10 or 15 minutes, but we're not going to do that. What
not
you're going to do
Okay. What
is you're going to hold out until I come.
But then.
He's like, whoa, what are you talking about?
I mean, I can shove a limp thing in there.
Takes about 45 minutes. Like, you know.
You're limped one in, like, you just kept going? Or you take a break and you use your hands?
Nope, you can't take breaks. She just wants
she just
full on dick
Like,
for the 45 minutes. You can't bust until she
I just
comes.
wanted to know if
done.
paying is a good thing or a bad thing. That's all I wanted to know, you know. I don't know how I got here.
With the paying part?
Yes.
Because you have to you have to understand the
No,
concept
I understand.
why the money part comes in.
Listen, I got it from a long time when we're talking
Then
about
you wouldn't be
microaggressions.
questioning it.
No. I'm learning. That's why this is question.
Wait for this comment though. A lot of guys have ham fists and they want to they want to try applying them to delicate vaginas and it's the worst.
Yes.
Like I said, ham fists.
Yes.
Yeah,
You're out here just trying to fit. What are we doing?
If I'm looking at your pussy and it's smaller than my pinky, there's no way I'm fisting you.
That's great. That's
See,
No,
but
because she's super sensitive.
right there, right off the bat,
But
you
listen,
even saying
but don't
that
you guys realize-
says a lot.
but
A
don't
lot
you-
of women would be literally being like, yes, because you know why? You actually look. That's what you just basically said. You're not afraid of looking.
But don't
You
you
can
guys
figure
realize?
it out. You size it. This is therefore care and understanding is therefore delivered from you, and we can hear that and
here's
we'd be
the
like,
thing.
we
But this
understand and
is
appreciate
this
it.
is but this is another thing. But this is don't you see that it's just the power of pornography bringing false realities into
But
situations?
that's news.
That's
I'm
not anything crazy.
No, I'm just saying the simple fact that like just watching like people watching porn or whatever.
forget-
So then you're
They
basically
forget
saying
that
that
they forget that like
more porn is showing women at the end of it. If you want more,
they're not showing the pain. They're not showing
Oh, yeah,
like they're not
because-
showing intimacy. They're not showing the pain that you have to deal with
But who's
after.
the one who's in control of the porn industry? You answer your own question.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
It's men. So clearly the reality is skewed. That's right.
But that's all I'm saying.
So then
All I'm
men
saying
need
is-
to start producing stuff that seems more realistic. You are the ones who are in the control of that. If there's a misconception,
I'm not a porn
I'm not
writer.
saying you, but I'm saying
You're
if there's
looking
a
at me, though.
misconception, yeah, because you know I asking the questions. I'll come trigger fingers for you now.
Now it's like I feel like
But-
Rory in the last podcast, like and Joe Budden
Yo,
and Nikki, like he just asked a question.
But it's like because
Just stays
because you're the one who's leading the whole thing. If there seems to be a misconception of intimacy and how sex really is, who are the ones to change it? I can scream and fight all day long, right? And if we're gonna use the same concept of like how if we're not gonna go in and take the board and move the brick, we're gonna build our own. That means you're gonna say women are gonna start making their own porn industry.
Like young Amy, who directed one.
Oh, I'll put it like this. I 100 said teaching a man to have sex is a lot of work, a lot of emotional and physical labor. It is constant balance. It's a constant balance between male ego and your partner's ability to learn and listen.
Yo, you know how many men? Okay, my own personal experience. There was a guy where it's like we were talking about intimacy and whatever the case is, and I was saying to him, I literally let men take the lead because I do not want to cause any form of trauma to him because the ego is very fragile, and then I will work it into it. If he is the type of person who is like off the bat ridiculous, I'm gonna lay it down right at the very beginning. But then
What do you mean lay it down? Like just tell him stop.
I'm gonna tell it how it is. Like you're not gonna be doing all this shenanigans, cause it ain't shit.
You have to work up to that.
Exactly. You can't just be like your shit ain't shit.
You can't grand slam it.
So it's like it's a gradual thing. It's like, oh, you think this is working? No, honey, that's not working.
Car key.
I'm rolling. But it's true. Having to balance as a woman, it's like, okay, I don't know who I'm dealing with. Prime example, spooning. Who knew that spooning would be such a trigger for some people? If I were
what
to
way?
be
Like-
spooning him and I'm big spoon, there are some men who feel so inferior of me being behind him, holding him, There are some
Oh, yeah,
men
no.
who
I
will
want
be
that
like,
part.
yo,
I
this
want
can't
that part.
happen.
Hold
No, no,
up.
no. Yo, I'm not going to be
man.
the bitch in
What
this.
type of
Nah.
hold up? What type of hold up?
Nah, dudes take. No, okay, no. We'll say it as us. We take like. Don't try to poke me up. Like it's not a.
Right? You're socialized to believe
I don't know
this.
if it's a social thing. Or
I think it's
more-
a social
or it's
thing.
A nature thing. Where it's like, yo, don't try to.
I'm confused on what was the issue.
The spooning. Right?
I'm confused.
So reverse spooning, basically. Like the woman.
It's
You're doing the
spooning
whole-
regardless.
It's my girl wanting to spoon. I don't get the issue.
There are some, and this is what the point comes in. There are some men who are literally
Yo, I don't like how you're looking at me. I don't like how you're looking at me. I'm quiet the whole time. Like I had the problem. I don't have no problem. I'm here drinking my water. This is none of my business. I have no business about this.
But it's true.
But the simple fact that you're looking at me the whole time, like, there's some men looking at me, you know.
Some men.
Whoa.
I mean, it's the shoes fitting.
Listen to me. When it comes to me and my spooning and smooth things, I don't know what to say on that. I have no say on the spooning.
I know you have no say, but I'm talking about the traumatic parts of it. There are men who feel that way. And where it's like, it's very difficult to have that conversation.
No, it's just funny, because, like...
Okay? And it's difficult to the point where it's like, okay,
Oh, man,
you know
that's
what?
funny.
I feel like some women find that money is the only part where the conversation, now we can talk. Because if you're not going to listen to me as a woman,
Yeah.
because you think that I'm inferior, you have these views, which would be related to misogynist views, or toxic masculinity,
Okay.
the next way for me to have this conversation with you is you pay.
It's through your money.
Exactly. I got to hit you where it hurts.
So what if it's a person that has a lot of money?
I mean,
Would you have to alter your way of him understanding the feeling you're going through?
Probably. But that may be the way that the conversation is, the understanding and balance of power and how the power is being distributed. And then on top of it, the liberation in sex, the conversation that women are supposed to be having and should have, but can't have.
Because
Because they're not invited and accepted in the arena of sex.
It's literally just-
Like, I was just out here,
she's hyped.
throwing it.
Okay.
so you're saying I should bust
Oh my
asleep like
gosh.
this? So my girl's sitting on the couch, and I'm like, yo, today was crazy today. So I sit on live, and I'm just like, yo, hold me a second, you know?
But there's nothing wrong with that.
That's wild looking for me.
I know so many guys who are perfectly fine with me spooning them. And I know I like being spooned back by those same guys. And there's no issue with their masculinity.
Why?
And there's no issue
Why is this guy
or
dying?
concern.
I don't know why you're laughing. though.
Like,
I don't get it either.
I don't know why you're laughing.
you don't want to be held by your woman? Like, I'm so confused. Why do
So
you
you-
have to
you-
always be holding? Like,
I find it funny. Like, I find it funny because it's like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, can you imagine just laying,
but what's wrong with that?
just lay on your side and girl just come and just
But that
hold you
seems
by
so,
your neck like a headlock
why
and
does
just
that
come
seem
here.
weird?
Come here.
That, I think that's
My
the
man.
thing. Maybe because it's when it's seen in your head. Yeah, like you don't look at it like
Like,
this.
just fling off left over your hip
Hold
on thing.
Hold on.
Yo,
See.
this man took it to a
See.
next
Oh my gosh, who you calling?
I'm not calling. I'm gonna show you what it looks like, and then you're gonna see it's not as aggressive
I don't have a
as
problem.
y'all think it
I'm
is.
not-
She's out here
I
swinging her
never-
arm
Why
around you
you
and saying,
looking-
"Come here, nigga." Like
I'm not.
what?
I never said. I'm not saying that it's always like that. I'm just saying it's just funny. Like just thinking about it. Like I don't.
Women big
Nah,
spoon
this guy over here
differently.
said, Ira, breasts make a great pillow. I know it makes a great pillow, but
But it's gonna be the pillow on your back.
hold you.
But that's
Of
the
the spoon.
thing. It's the same as how if a guy's lying on her and his head's on her boob and he's wrapped around and she's sitting up and you're lying on her chest. Does that look any different if she's lying on his chest and he's sitting up and holding her?
It kind of looks different, but
It looks different, but the act itself is still you're holding, consoling, and you're still giving comfort to that person. It doesn't look
I
different.
thought of an underwear where like it's on the equal footing, so like
That she's holding him from behind.
You know what it is? Yo, can you,
You're ridiculous.
Oh, I thought it was equal
Kids,
Was
Kids
she
does
laying
some
back?
dumbness right now. He's like, the,
Yo,
Yo,
ridiculous.
I had a rough day. And I just lay on top of her like that, and then we're head to head, and then I'm just No, I have to be like under her.
Ridiculous.
I'm so confused. As to what position you're doing.
Ridiculous.
trust me.
Like she's laying down, and then
Ridiculous.
I just lay on top of her, like I plank on top of her, bam, and then I fall asleep that way. So like that.
Are we having an issue with this?
Yo, I think my shoulders are too big for that. I don't think
I'm a
she'll
wrestler- I'm a
like
wrestler.
based off how that looks, the picture. I don't think
For y'all,
the lady can like rap. You can put it on the
you
YouTube
guys
screen.
see it. No, you guys can't see it.
You can put it on the YouTube screen as well. Like based off that picture, I
What's
don't
the
know
picture?
if I can.
Are we
like,
concerned with this? Is this okay, guys?
You put
Can
on.
we live?
Yeah,
Can we live?
Delpesh, put that on the screen because I don't know.
Look at that.
Can you guys live with that one?
Is something wrong with this?
I don't
Because
think
that
so.
I mean,
she's
to me,
big
it's-
spooning.
No, but
That's big spooning.
that's okay. That's okay, I guess.
See?
I thought you meant like
But that is big spooning, and that's what I'm trying to say.
I thought you meant like
What
like
is
I'm
big
laying on the
spooning?
in a crescent E shape, S shape.
But
and
that
she's
is
in the S shape.
your extraness.
This guy's description.
This man looked at Tetris.
Yo,
Listen,
like
is it-
that's what I'm saying. Like
Like
extraness.
when you said E at S shape, I'm like
I'm
just
sitting there like, what?
before it drops. Oh.
But that's completely different, right? But yeah, no, man. After a while, all of that to say, there are many reasons as to why. Being that sex liberation for women is not a conversation, and a lot of women are not accepted in the conversation. So a lot of times they have to just please their man. And if that's the case, I'm not going to put my body under stress. And I'm going to say this as a woman, you guys don't feel it because you're not under. You're not the one having to restrict and constrain. That's why I always say this to you guys. One day when you guys just do it, take it out of your mind, the gender roles and what move each person's supposed to be doing. And just do it. Prop yourself on your feet and bounce, doing a squat. And you do that. Yes, you heard me.
Who you talking to?
Yes, you heard me.
Don't you dare look at me
You
and tell
heard
me these
me.
things.
And tell me after, okay,
This is what I said. Don't you
right?
dare, master.
Exactly. The same way you would not want to endure that. Why do you
So wait,
feel
are you talking
that I
about-
should endure that?
Oh, you're talking
And
about
then
like
keep-
when the
Yes, and then I have to go
Like
and
I'm
according to
supposed
this
to
person's
silly
thing,
me.
bro.
I'm supposed to willy bounce with my balls going one way, my dick going one way.
No, it's just for you. You wouldn't even get your balls
Guy,
part. You
do
wouldn't
not
even think about. You would
disrespect-
just be thinking about
do
your thighs
not-
being on fire.
No, I
That's
have to stop.
it.
I have to stop right now. Do not disrespect the Willy Bunks.
I'm rolling.
Don't you dare
I'm rolling.
disrespect.
Or
the Willy
even
Bunks. Do
perching
not-
your butt up
as
in
a
the
sexual
in the,
term. Do
I
not.
actually was in a chat and the person was like, "Oh, this is the best, like the most comfortable thing." And my comment back was, "This must be a comment for girls with titties, because if you got no titties, this ain't shit. This shit is painful,
No, I need some support.
What are you talking
painful."
No, when you're
When at
reverse spooning, you need to go
and it's like,
reverse
"Ooh,
support.
arch, man." You know how there's so many
Reverse
memes about girls
spooning?
are arching?
about? I am so confused.
Nah,
I'm
okay.
talking about the moves that women do in bed,
Okay.
and I'm saying.
Oh, you're talking about-
Contorting. Women have to contort to please a lot of times the man, right? Because we're doing a lot of stationary things. Unless she's on top and she's riding, right? If I have to do it in excess, past what I feel is comfortable,
I wish I can get that girl to come on this podcast and talk about that stuff
different story.
because
Whoa, it's good, violated. Y'all have obviously never had to do deep bounce squats on a dick for 30 minutes. No, I have not.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
So if you do that for 30 minutes, and if you're
Yo,
like, okay,
what
day
the
one,
fuck?
we're
Wait,
great.
what?
Day two, we're great.
yo, what time
but now
is
we
the
want
podcast
3
at,
and
yo?
4.
What time is? I'm about to wrap this up.
What the hell?
You trust me, bouncing that booty after the second day, you're like, I'm okay, thank you. You want all of that?
The engines in your kneecap fails and it's just.
You're gonna pay for the hip recovery, the knee replacement, the
I-
massage for the back that's hurting from last
Maybe the one
2
where, like,
days.
she's in the doggy and you're on top of her and you're going down. Like you're going
Bro,
down
do you
this
know
way.
how much?
That's one thing, but like I'm not gonna bounce on no one's. anything.
I
But
just
that's
want
what.
to end the podcast.
Okay.
No, like
We do that. We do
No,
that.
there's like a
Because I'm gonna start strangling people out here. Yes. We can't witness nothing.
then like this, and then you're on top, and you're going instead of going like this way, you're going down.
Correct.
Some dudes do that, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that shit
Can we just?
is painful.
Can we just?
That's a while, man. You can do like 5 minutes.
Thank you guys for.
She's saying 30.
No, that's a while.
Because dude wants it. This is what we're trying to make point to. But yes, end the pod, sir. We'll do this after pod.
Okay.
Let's make our way over.
Thank you guys for listening.
To the after pod.
SoundCloud.com/thevent.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, send it at gmail.com.
Questions or complaints?
What? No. Yo,
Ask,
ask the vent. Trust me. Ask the vent at gmail.com. We might get a bunch of. Well, Jay Herneville didn't say anything about the cuddling. Why is he so against cuddling? Why didn't he speak up for the people and the men that like cuddling? Is he not a part of the people that cuddle? Well, SoundCloud.com/event, Spotify, Google Play, iTunes. What else?
You just put it out there.
We're also on
Linktree.
Instagram.
Okay.
I didn't say anything, so you guys
Linktree.
can't tell me any. Linktree. So yeah, Linktree at the Vent Pod. All our stuff is there. If you go on our Instagram, it's gonna be there at the Vent Pod.
It'll be in the YouTube description too.
Any questions, concerns, comment. If you're offended, let us know. And we probably will not apologize, but if it takes, we'll see how it goes. But this is the Vent, and we out. Peace.